What's good, everyone? We are officially live. This is my first Women's Wednesday. I have a really special guest I'm going to be bringing on here shortly. Her name is Kay. Her handle is Kicks4Fresh. She is dominating in our space, holding it down for the ladies. So I am so excited to bring her on here in a couple minutes. We are going to be talking everything women, and I hope that there's ladies in here or even guys who are trying to get, their girlfriends, wives, daughters, whoever it may be, into the sneaker culture. We want to expand this space, and we would love to start to see a trend of more women popping on the YouTube space and holding it down, creating this new path for women to kind of diversify the community, because there's so much room for all of us. So I'm excited to have this new chapter on the channel where I bring on other inspiring women that I hope to amplify their voices on my channel and open up, their voice to my community. And we have such an amazing community. I love everyone who's a part of, the Shade gang. So thank you everyone who's supported me since the start. I can't wait to see where this channel goes this year. It's crazy that we are already a week into 2022. We got a lot of people popping in here. What's up, Expressive Gamer, Big Kid, Sean Rambose, Let Tay Tell It, A Fresh Culture, Jumpman Eric. We got a lot of people. Daniel Martin, what is good? Anthony C. Hey Angela, good to see you all in here. What's up? Cheetah Flowers, good to see you as always in the lives with me. It's so good to see you all popping in here. We got Eric or Erica in the house. I love seeing some ladies popping in here. What's up, Queen Paula Mav? Good to see you, Big Kid. Letitia in the house. Yeah, we got a lot of your fans in here, Kay, so I'm going to bring you in here shortly. But again, this is Women Wednesdays. So any ladies that are popping in here, anyone who wants to hear any advice on how to get your YouTube channel up and going in this space, Kay and I are going to be here for you to hopefully give you some advice and to really increase the women out here in the YouTube spectrum. So let's bring in Kay. What's good, Kay? Oh, yes. Of course, she's coming and dancing. This is her signature, everyone. If you don't know Kay already, you better believe you're going to be seeing some dope dance moves, which I think I need to do a dance lesson or something with you. I got to do something, Kay.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Anytime.
Oh, we got a donation already coming in this early from Vito. This is for my tight dress baby. All right. Thank you so much, Vito. Appreciate your donation. It really does help and support the channel. So we got Kay in the house, everyone. Kay, tell everyone where they can follow you on YouTube, Instagram, all your social media platforms.
Yeah, absolutely. First and foremost, I want to shout out Marissa Hill. Thank you so much for inviting me to be on the first Women Wednesday. You can't really tell right now, but I am super, super excited to be able to share this platform, which we call YouTube or ShoeTube together. As Marissa said, I am K-Fresh. My channel is Kicks4Fresh. I also do have an Instagram, which is also Kicks4Fresh, where I just hit 11K today.
Woo!
So I'm
killing it over there. I swear you just hit 10K
Instagram.
like yesterday. My goodness, girl, you're just going viral.
It's the reels. It's the reels.
Reels are just killing it. And it's your dance moves. Let's be real. You're authentic in those moves that you just show everybody. It's great. I love it.
Absolutely.
We got a lot of people that already follow you, it looks like, in here. So I love that your community is coming over here and they're fired up to see what you have to say. I love what you have done with your channel. Okay, I've seen you from the beginning. Kay and I have known each other for a while, everybody. So I got to give a shout out to Kay just for supporting me since the beginning. I know when I started, my YouTube page, it was real rocky at the start. There's there's a huge learning curve, I would say. Wouldn't you have to say that, Kay, when you start a YouTube channel? I don't think people expect how difficult having a YouTube channel is and the time commitment that you have to really devote to creating having a niche page. And also for us women being in a very male dominated space, it's very difficult to be seen and to have your content just spread throughout, because we're getting pummeled over here, right? With everyone else. There's only a few of us. We can count them on one hand probably. But I love how consistent you are, Kay. I mean, it's just hard enough for us to get the sneakers to be able to create the content for. But I love what you've done, which is very unique, and it's true to you. You have your dancing segment, you have your styling segment, but I love that your style is just so authentic to you. And I always tell women this, it's, you know, if you're going to start a channel, don't be like somebody else who's already out there. Go and create your own lane, diversify yourself, and do what's unique to you, because people will identify with that. And I think that you have such a great personality, Kay. And I mean, tell us how you decided to do your dancing. Why did you decide to add that in? Because you used to not do dancing, actually. It was just unboxing.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, kind of like what you said earlier, if I was being true to myself, it would be me dancing. I am always dancing. I have a lot of nieces and nephews. We have a big family. And every time we would get together, we would do like the cha-cha slide or, you know, any type of dance moves, just because that's what we like to do. So when I started doing my How to Styles, which you inspired me to start branching out and do the How to Styles, I felt really uncomfortable just standing there. Like, if that makes any sense. Like, so instead of just
modeling, as I tell people, it's not natural. It's very awkward, because in real life, right? Who's actually posing for a camera all day long and standing, and you're just like, hey, yeah. You feel weird, right? Oh, we got a donation already coming in, a second one from Letitia, $9.99. Thank you so much, Letitia. She is a huge New Balance supporter in here. So we love you, Letitia. Thank you so much for your support. Really appreciate everything that you do for our channel, and love that you're always hopping in the lives.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what you were saying,
I think for me, it's just, it made me feel a lot more comfortable because I was able to show my personality a little bit more. And then people started really liking it. They're like, ooh, like, you know, you hit the stanky leg, or, you know, just really, I got some signature moves, right?
Oh, so I know that we know those moves, Kate. You may have to just hop up for a second and show us a couple moves. I don't know.
Maybe if we get a little later on, you know, get some courage.
That's how Kay will end this video, right? She's going to get up and teach us all a dance. It'll be like a 5-second little tutorial. Exactly, right? That's how we get it started over here.
Right.
Now everybody's the other side. If only we could see all the fans doing this move, right?
And I'm sorry, y'all, my AirPods will not stay in my ears. I'm trying to be hip.
They're going to fall out for both of us.
But they're just not working today. But yeah, so that's just kind of, you know, why I did that. And I also just wanted to be, I would say, like, more unique. Like, people assume that we always wear like streetwear. I know you wear a lot of like maybe dresses, skirts, things like that. So I wanted to be able to showcase that as well. Of like, you know, we can dress down and do the streetwear, but we can also wear a blazer or a skirt or a dress, and really just give the sneakers a little bit more of a different flavor. Because people always have like their perceptions of how like women should dress and what they should wear on their feet. And I just wanted to break that standard, you know, that people have that are set for all of us.
Yeah, I mean, and you know, it's crazy because our community is so small, and I think that it's great that it's starting to diversify, because we come in all different shapes and sizes, as I say, you know, so everyone wants something different that they can relate to. And so I love that there's diversity, and the way that you style is different than how I would style. And so we're really just laying out this new mapping, I feel like, where women are like, okay, I go to K because I want to learn that stanky leg dance, you know, and that's how I'm going to be moving in my outfit, my kicks. And, it's nice to show women as well, how they can actually look in the sneakers, which,
Right.
till recently, there hasn't been that many people styling sneakers. It's pretty crazy to see that it's just ankles and below, right? But you can't really tell
Right.
much from an ankle shot down. I do a lot of feet modeling, so I get it, but
I
at the
love
end of
it.
the day, I really want to see a shoe from head to toe because that's going to
Right.
really make me pull the trigger for that purchase, especially if I'm paying, resale for a shoe that I wasn't able to snag. Like, you really want to know what that's going to look like. And when you're dancing in it, you're actually bringing the product to life. And I think
Right.
that's also something, as a model, we don't always get to do that. It's very stagnant. It's, just white backdrop. You're doing your standard front, side profile, back profile shot, which is giving the basic, idea of what a
Right.
product looks like. But half the time we're clipped in the back anyways, which is hilarious, right?
Yeah.
We stick a little thing in the back. It's called a sausage, and it makes everything just like fit perfectly.
All
It's
right.
tricks of the trade. You'd be shocked, what
Yeah.
we do to make an outfit look like it really fits us. It's all
Right.
smoke
Right.
and mirrors at the end of the day, which is pretty funny, which is why I love video, because video, you can't really lie in video. I guess you can edit certain things out, but for the most point, you can't really hide imperfection. So when you're dancing, you're
Yeah.
really bringing life to the product and the sneakers. And I love what you're doing. And I think your community is definitely, being impacted by that. And I love to see that, you're having that growth. But what do you see in the future for your channel?
So one of the things that I've really been thinking about for my channel is to reframe how I deliver the content. And what I mean by that is I have these sneakers right here that I'm going to actually do a review on. So I know this is going to be a little late, but
Oops, you froze there.
I
Oh, there you
okay,
go.
my bad.
You're
Sorry
back,
about
and we got a new fan. What's up, Jenna? Good to see you in here. Love having the ladies hopping in here tonight. Love that we
Love it.
have a new one to the community. But what were you saying about the
Okay.
sneaker?
So I have this New Balance
327? Oh, yeah.
And I know that this was a sneaker that, when it came out originally, people hopped on it. A lot of shoe tubers, they wanted to be the first to review it. It's a newer model for the New Balance and things like that. I actually waited and got a pair on sale. So I actually got this pair for $40. And my video
Wow.
is really going to more talk about how if you are building a sneaker collection, you don't always have to go out and buy the first thing, everybody has it, pay full price. When you can actually shop around. I got this on Finish Line. I was able to use one of my status reward gift cards and got a really nice sneaker that was under retail. And I'm still kind of, I would say, like, how do I say it? Like, I'm still like in the sneaker culture because 327 was a big sneaker last year for a lot of people. So that's kind of
327
how I
was
want to reframe.
huge.
Yeah,
I
I kind of want to
mean,
reframe my channel a little bit.
when the 327 came out, it was with Casablanca. And Casablanca, wasn't even a huge, widely known designer. He's a French Moroccan guy. He really brought something new to the table. And this is the first time that they had launched this sneaker. So this is a 327. I fell in love with this. It's a very hard to get shoe. It was seen on the runway. And it was kind of that time period where we're starting to see more and more sneakers on the runway, which I'm bummed because when I was doing runway shows, we were not walking in sneakers. My God, if I could go back in time, I'd be like, hey guys, what's up? 327s, let's rock these down the runway. Screw the heels. These are way easier to walk in. But the 327, I think, is a great starter silhouette. And I love the fact that they have kind of produced a lot of colorways because that's now getting kind of piled into the outlet malls where people are able to actually afford this silhouette. But I've seen a lot of girls wearing this, Kay. Like, this is definitely one of those silhouettes where I feel like a lot of women feel super sexy in this. It's a very modern, sleek silhouette. And New Balance, I love what they're doing with launches. So when they're launching these really creative new silhouettes, they're partnering with these great designers to collab with. And so that's how they're kind of piloting all their new silhouettes as they're releasing them. And as you notice, as soon as one comes out, like even the 550s for Aimé Leon Dore, I mean, now just a general release is
Right.
something that's so sought after, which is pretty crazy. But I definitely love what you're doing, and I think you should definitely stick in that direction, because the 327 and New Balance in general, I think, has been slept on. And now that,
Yeah.
resale has become such a big thing, people are so gung ho about it. I've always been into New Balance because I've had so many injuries as an athlete, and I've been told,
Mm-hmm.
listen, like, you got to take care of your feet if you want to
Right.
walk when you're, in your 80s or whatever. I'm just like, I guess you're right. Guess I gotta think about my feet. I guess I gotta go to the
Right.
New Balance. I just remember my grandpa wearing those growing up. But okay, guys, I see
Same.
what you're saying. For those of you who are just jumping in here, we got Kay in the building, and she goes by Kicks4Fresh. So if you want to follow her on either of her platforms, it is Wednesday, and today's our Women's Wednesday evening. So it's all about you ladies. So shout out to any ladies who are hopping in here. Yes. Let Tay tell it. Sneakers aren't always expensive. You can pay 100 or less. I agree with
Right.
you
Mm-hmm.
100%, which is what Kay was saying. I mean, honestly, if you are really smart and savvy and you just love a specific silhouette that maybe was super hyped collab, you can
Mm-hmm.
actually find general releases in
I
different
agree.
color options. You just have to, be pretty savvy with looking for it, even if you just know the silhouette. So say something super popular launches like the 327, you just type in 327 New Balance. Things will
Right.
curate on Google, and you'll be able to find different colorway options. And even for myself, like, I go to the outlets all the time. Okay, I'm all about a
Me
bargain.
too. Me
I
too.
love me some 80% off.
Yes, I love it.
I
Yeah,
love
so
a good
that's kind
fall
of how
deal.
that's how I want people to really see me and my channel, because at my core, I'm like a bargain shopper. Like, I purchase a lot of clothes on super sale. I never really buy anything full price. And really, just to start my channel, I wanted people to actually see my collection, see some new releases, know that, I'm still purchasing those, but at my core, I love a good deal, and I'm also still building my sneaker collection. So I really want to showcase that in 2022 and really just diversify the sneakers that I show on my channel. I know with you, you show any and everything, right? A lot of the
Yeah.
YouTubers, that show sneakers, they sometimes only show one brand, Jordan or Nike or Adidas. And I really want to expand my portfolio, not only within my collection, but just in my content.
We got Miss Jones Kicks in the house. What's up, Miss Jones
What's
Kicks? It's
that?
good to have another sneakerhead in the building with us. Can't wait to see you at
Bless up.
SneakerCon. But yeah, no, I mean, if you think about it on an economic level too, Kay, like, I know for a fact the shoes that I own now in my collection, I couldn't have afforded when I was younger. So
Right.
it's important to me to have content about sneakers that everyone can afford. And so
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of why I started diversifying all of the sneakers that I was unboxing, because I realized that there definitely is a group of people who can't afford Jordans, who can't afford Yeezys.
Right.
So I always want to have options for everyone. I'm actually, everyone, stay tuned tonight. I'm putting up a Puma video, but I've got some Puma sneakers that I'll be talking about this evening. And I know that Puma is a bit more affordable for other people, as far as sneakers go, to not break the bank. So I just want to make sure that everyone has the opportunity to obtain a sneaker, that kind of fits with their style range, even if it's not
Right.
economically doesn't make sense for them. It's just
Mhm.
nice to give option.
Yeah, and we always have to just continue to remind people that watch our content that you don't have to always go broke or go in debt to keep up with, all the new releases and things. Just be you. Like, if you
Hmm.
have 20 sneakers in your collection, that is probably 19 more than the average person, to be honest, because a
As
lot of people,
YouTubers,
they
we're
just
not
wear shoes.
reality. We're
Yeah, we
not
are not
reality.
reality at all. So I just try to be like super realistic with people of like, really just think and be a little bit more wise about it. Like, I really honestly, people probably don't notice this, but I only buy like maybe 1 to 2 sneakers a month. Like, I'm not buying every single release that is coming out. And I just want people to know that they don't have to do that in order to still feel cool or still feel connected to the sneaker culture.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, that's the funny part, right? There's so many gatekeepers in our world. So
Mhm.
some people feel like you have to have certain types of silhouettes in order to be
Right.
included. Some feel like you have to have been in the sneaker culture for a certain amount of years before you can be included. And I really don't
Hmm.
think it's about that. Even if you started collecting sneakers yesterday and
Right.
maybe it's not a Jordan, maybe it could be a 327 New Balance. Watch us start a trend tonight, Kay. And
Yeah.
everybody starts buying 327s as their first starter shoe. I love the fact that you are just about the same kind of community that we're about, which is the shoes that we
Mhm.
wear on our feet. And at the end of the day, I
Right.
don't want to judge anyone based off of, what is affordable economically
Hmm.
for them, just because we're all going through different stages in our life. And the thing is,
Right.
even about YouTube, what I love about doing this channel is people come to this page to take their mind off of whatever hell they've gone through in their
Yeah.
day. They don't want to talk
Hmm.
about anything else but sneakers. And that's the kind of
Right.
content I want to give them. I don't want to talk about
Hmm.
politics. I don't want to force you
Right.
to think about your finances necessarily. I just want you to focus on something that we all love, and that's the
Mhm.
sneaker itself and styling it.
Right. Yeah. And one thing I also want to mention too is just the other day, one of my reels has got a lot of views, right? And I always look at my comments because I want to make sure that I monitor, what's being said and make sure that people still feel welcome on my channel or
Mm-hmm.
on my Instagram. And one of the comments said, the first pair that you showed ain't it. I clown my boyfriend every time he wears them. And I had to
Mm,
respond and say, just to be clear, we're not going to do that on my page because there
mm-hmm.
could be people that really do want that sneaker
It's
and feel like
true.
when they walk outside and they're looking their best, they want to feel confident in what they're wearing. And by you making that comment, and people that follow me may see that and feel a little bit down on themselves, so I always
You
try to
never know what
respond.
people are going through,
Yeah,
and
you just never
I
know.
it's really sad because, like I remember just being very limited with the sneakers that I could own.
Right.
And it's like you never know what people are going through, the hardships. Maybe their parents lost their jobs, so they can't afford the
Yeah.
right shoes that they would love to have in their sneaker collection. But you just have to be wary that everybody is in a different place in their life. So there's no
Mhm,
judgment
absolutely.
towards, what kicks they have on their feet. But I just want to give a shout out to Morris for the $5 donation. Oh, you love the new series. Loving our discussion
Awesome.
already, Kay. Look at this.
Yes.
We got another one from Jenna. Thank you for the $4.99 donation supporting the females.
I love it. Thanks,
Appreciate that,
Jenna.
Jenna. Really appreciate you joining the community tonight as well. We love expanding the female love in here. It really, really is important for all of us, and I always say amplifying our voices together is going to be much stronger than us
Mhm.
individually. I know I was supposed to go on your page as well, Kay. I know I got so busy, but you know what? I'm happy that I can use my platform to help
Mhm.
you grow your platform. And I just really want to
Absolutely.
pay it forward this year. I think it's, really important to help others really grow their space in their community because I know, sometimes we get lost and we need
Mhm.
that help. So I just want to give
Absolutely.
a huge shout out to everybody who's just jumping in here. Go and follow Kay. Kicks for
Yes.
Fresh is her handle. You can follow her on YouTube or Instagram, and she does fire dance moves. So if you want to learn some cool dance, moves, go over to Kay and watch her dance and her different styles.
I'll
But yeah, I mean,
dance for the likes.
I know she's dancing for likes. If you guys keep liking, Kay will do a dance every time there's a like. Actually, no, that could go crazy, Kay. We may have you dancing
I'll run
all
out of
night.
moves.
Exactly. I'm like we might just have you dancing all night.
Right. Can't afford it.
And one thing I love seeing your progress too, Kay. So, it's funny seeing all of us how we start at the beginning when we first started our YouTube channel. And I've noticed that your wall has changed over time, your lighting has changed over time, you've got a new camera. I just want to let you know that I've noticed. And I love to see improvement because I get it. It's so difficult at the start and we're all trying to figure out how to make our content be the most presentable, and I'm the biggest
Right.
critic of myself. I'm sure you were the
Yeah.
same. So I'm always critiquing things like, oh man, I wish this lighting was a bit better, or I wish, my camera wasn't so pixelated, or my sound was, a little bit better. But I love to see the growth of your channel and where you are today.
Yeah, and I always use that motto: started from the bottom, now we're here. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because for me, creativity is about improving. It is about thinking about new ways that you can do it and captivate your audience. And so in my 2019, right? Kind of the height of the pandemic. And I knew that I wasn't going to always have that same background. Like I knew in my mind that I had ideas and I just had to keep getting the content out there, feel a little bit more comfortable about myself actually being on camera. So I started and I did all my videos on an iPhone 8, iPhone 8 Plus. And I just did what I had to do and used the resources that I had. And through, I actually started a clothing brand, and through some of the proceeds from that, I was actually using that money to put into my channel as well. So that's what helped me to get a better camera. I purchased some lighting. I believe I got my lighting ideas from Talks with TJ. She had like a little Amazon link. So I went and researched some lighting. My background is still a work in progress, I always say, but
girl, I'm loving it already. I love what you've done with your background. We got $1.99 from Butchering Kicks4Fresh. Thank you so much. Kay just did a little shimmy for you. That's right. We will dance for all of you for your donations this evening. Kay will teach me a move. That will be the going rate tonight.
Well, be careful what you ask for.
I know, right? Kay, we may get exhausted and be pulling up a sweat here.
Right. Yeah. But for me, it always, like, that's how I think in my brain, even just in my 9 to 5, day to day. How can we be better? How can we serve people better? From a customer service standpoint, what can we do to show people that we are serious about the product that we are giving? I mean, YouTube is a product, right? Like everybody goes on YouTube to be entertained or to get some sort of information. And so you have to go in with that mindset if you really want to be quote unquote successful. Now, if you're doing this for a hobby, and you want to, I guess just like doing it for a hobby and want people to see your collection, then you can't get mad if people are not watching your videos, because a lot of times people get, why is no one watching or why is no one clicking? Well, because we know visually your first impression is that thumbnail. Your second impression is the lighting and the audio and things of that nature. So
and who you are. People don't realize you could have the hottest product in front of you, but if people don't like who you are personally and it's not showing in front of the camera, people aren't going to watch. It doesn't matter what you're showing them. At the end of the day, your subscribers are going to stick because they love who you are. And, if you're not authentic, people are smart. They can see through that. So I always tell people to just be you. Somebody's saying that you rap as well, Kay. Is this something I didn't know about?
Well,
Kay, you got to rap for us tonight?
I had another channel. So prior to my sneaker channel, I did have another channel. And I always knew that I wanted to do some sort of entertaining. So I feel like I still entertain in my sneaker channel. And that's why people say, oh, you're a natural. And I'm like, that's just what I want to do. I want to be like kind of in the entertainment business. So I would write and I would sing songs, and a lot of them were also covers.
Okay, Kay, I think you got to rap one lyric for Get Money All Day, $1.99. The only opinion that matters is your own. Here we go, Kay.
Okay, so I got something. What's up? It's K4Fresh. I got a lot to say, so let me get it off my chest. Do you know the definition of swag? Sophisticated women and girls throw it in a bag. Sorry,
hey,
my AirPod
it's all right, Kay. That was great. Daniel Martin also coming in with $10. One time for the women content creators in this space. You are very appreciated. Thank you, Daniel, for your continued support. All of your support also. Kay touched on this, but just so all of you know, all of my proceeds that you donate, anything that I make through the channel goes back into the channel. So whether that's lighting, camera equipment, you name it, I am constantly just trying to prove my content for all of you so that it looks better and better. And I don't think a lot of people can realize how much all of this stuff costs, but cameras, lighting, I mean, even the platform that I use and the music that I use, these are all things that really start to add up, and it can make it difficult for creators. But like Kay said, you don't have to have this stuff all at once. Definitely take your time building your channel. You can have a phone to start, but I always say aim high. So if you start with a camera, maybe put on your list, a camera that you're looking forward to really upgrading to. I don't think that you need to stay stagnant, in the same place that you started, which is what I love about you, Kay, because I've seen the growth of your channel, and I've seen where you started and where you are now. And I just love the growth, and I love the community that you've built.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
And Kay raps, everyone. There's all these skills in here that just keep coming out of nowhere. I'm like, Kay, wait a second. You dance, you rap. What else? What else are you hiding from us?
I got some pipes too, but I'm not gonna sing today because I had a little cold, so I'm not gonna sing today.
Listen, I get it. I got my Supreme mic, Kay. So when you're ready, we'll do a duet on something.
Okay, let's go.
Right?
I was saying, I don't know if you saw yesterday on your vlog that you did with your friend. I was like, we literally need your microphone to be like, not blinged out, but we need to put some like sneaker laces on there or a piece of leather. I think that'd be so dope.
We do need something. It doesn't stand out enough. It's very basic and plain.
Right.
All right, Kay. I got to think of that quick because the next SneakerCon is next week already. So I'm going to have to put some bling now on it, guys.
Right.
Send your ideas and your creativity my way. I got to do something. I'm like, now my juices are flowing. I'm like, wow, what should I do for my microphone? I have no idea. See the things that we get into, everybody? Just the money just keeps going down the drain. Okay, you're killing me here. I'm going to put some Swarovski crystals now on it or something.
That is hilarious. Yeah, I mean, you probably have this, I can't even say the word. It's so fancy. But you probably have some crystals that you can put off of some shoes onto your microphone and stand out. Awesome.
You know what? I think I actually have some like stick-on jewelry. Actually, I got it for Halloween and I didn't use it. So maybe that will be something I got to test out. I don't know. What's up, everyone who's jumping in here? Good to see you all supporting me and Kay tonight. It is Women's Wednesday, and we're just having a good time talking about what it's like to be a female in the YouTube space because it's a crazy world out here, and we're just trying to make a new path for us ladies. So if you guys have not heard of Kay, you can follow her over at Kicks4Fresh and see her dance. But she may dance actually later tonight. If we can get to 100 likes in here, maybe we'll see the stanky leg. I don't know.
Dream on. But anyway,
I don't know about that.
My mother and my sister are in the chat right now.
Oh, we got Kay's whole fam in here. I love it. Hi, Mama Kay, Sis Kay. What's good? Good to have you all in here. I love the family support. My mom and my aunt are usually always in here, but they don't like any mean comments. So I try and tell them, I'm like, it's okay. It's all right.
We ain't worried about them. We
ain't got time for that negativity. But Kay, so I had a bunch of lives this past week. I was talking about, 110 sneakers, I think, that I picked out for last year. But I would love to hear about some of your favorite sneakers from 2021. What's on your top list?
Obviously I did a top 10 live a couple of days ago, and that was with my friends, the Kick Squad. I will save you all the trouble of figuring out who all the Kick Squad is, but if you go follow me, you'll see in the description who the Kick Squad is. Follow all of them. But for me, one of the things that I wanted to talk about with you today is there are also some favorites that I did not mention. And again, I really think it's just because if I'm being unique to myself, one of the things that I really liked this year that came out was the pineapple pack. So the pineapple pack actually had a couple Air Force Ones. I think there were 3 Air Force Ones, an Air Max 90 and an Air Max 95. And to me, I don't know what it was, but I was fantasized by the sneakers. I was fantasized by the little pineapple patch on there. And that was something I felt like people quote unquote slept on, or people may have called them bricks. But for me, if I was
pineapple.
Really,
I technically think I'm allergic to it, but I eat it anyways. My tongue's always swollen after I've had like a pineapple cocktail or just a pineapple slice. It kind of feels like knives are stabbing my tongue, but I really just don't care.
But yeah, if all of my friends that are in here, people who follow my channel, like they know I was like so ready for those sneakers to drop because that was just something that I wanted and something that I wanted in my collection. And then I did show them on my channel, and I was actually surprised that I got all these views on them. But I think it's like, you really have to just stick true to yourself, because in this sneakerhead industry and world, a lot of people really weren't checking for those. But I was like, I love them and I'm going to wear them. And I love Air Force Ones. So I was really excited that those came out this year. Another sneaker for me, I was able to get a pair of New Balance 550s in the Syracuse colorway, and that was a
fresh
sneaker
colorway, Kay.
Yeah, it's fresh, but that was a sneaker that I really honestly just wanted to try it out. I never had a New Balance 550 before, and I wanted to see what the comfort was like, what the sizing was like. That's how I live my life. Like my sneaker collection has a whole lot of different silhouettes, different brands, different sizes, because depending on what sneaker, you probably wear a different size. And that's
550s too, for me, I had to go down a size. They were way too big on my feet. Yeah. So I was actually bummed when I got the 550s, because I got a 7.5 and I could fit 2 of my fingers back to back behind my heel. So I was just like, what is going on? And I was bummed because obviously it was the Aimé Leon door launch. So there's no way in hell I was going to be like, hey guys, you wouldn't happen to be able to exchange this for a size 7, would you? They'd laugh at me, but like, yeah,
it's over for that.
Let's try. Good luck. Try next time. Which is why I talk sizing on the channel all the time, but also we have different feet, and that could be just because I have really narrow feet and the way it fits in that silhouette. So I tend to go just half size down, but I love the 550 and I love that they brought it back from the archives in the 80s. I just think it's such a nice vintage look, and they're doing an impeccable job with all the general releases on that. You can't even get them. They're so hard to get. Even just a basic colorway. It's not even a collab. Right. You cannot get a 550 to save your life.
Not even a collab.
Really, I mean, even like I really wanted the Jowns that came out this year, and I mean they were sold out before it even released online. So I was just like, why am I even trying to play this game? This is terrible.
Right.
It's 11 o'clock on the dot and it's not even in stock. How is this possible?
Or like I'm banned all of a sudden from a website and I'm not even a bot. Like,
yeah, girl. I've had my IP addresses banned for no reason. I'm just like on my phone yelling at it. Actually, there's been many times, everyone, that I probably almost broken tablets and phones in my apartment. Thank God I throw them at pillows, but I get really upset sometimes.
Yeah.
Sweet little Shade over here has some tantrums when I don't win sneakers.
It's the addiction to shoes.
Exactly. But then you probably hear me. It's so funny. So I have this, neighbor that shares this wall with me. And, sometimes I'm upset. Sometimes I'm happy. And I know she hears me because she lets me know by doing her little shades up and down when she's like upset with me. I'll be screaming if I get a W on the sneakers app. And she's like, what's wrong with her?
I don't have that problem. I live in a house, thank goodness, because
jealous.
Don't like me. Yeah.
I am jealous.
Well, you live in New York, so like
to have a home here.
Yeah, like
I'm not there yet with the channel, everybody. One day, I'll give you a tour of a bigger space than my little tiny apartment that I have currently. But space is an issue as well as somebody who collects anything in New York. I'm looking around my space already. It's just I need to clean my space for this new year. I don't know when I'm going to find time to do that, but we got a new sub in here, Miss Venus November. Okay, I think you're frozen here in a second. Let's see if you'll unfreeze. If not, I'm going to have you call back in. But what's up, Venus November? Thank you so much for joining. Appreciate adding more ladies to our community. It's good to see you in here. Hope to see you in some more lives. All right, we're going to have Kate call back in here. You got a small space in New York, too. I'm glad I'm not by myself living in a closet. We're going to have Kate call back in. It looks like Wi-Fi just dropped her off here. But I am just really excited for 2022, everyone. I think this is going to be an amazing year for all of us. I really hope that we all take more W's than last year. I feel like we're going to literally, I think we're literally going to have a lot of drops this year. So we're going to see if Kay can call back in here in a minute. I know you guys love seeing just my face solo right now, but we're going to have her come back in. CPFM dunks. Marius. I actually am a fan of those. I'm pretty excited for a lot of the dunks that I've seen dropping. A lot of cool things. I'm excited to see the Prada forums actually in person, the high tops, because I've only seen the low tops. I just wish the price was a little bit lower on those. Yes, the wall behind me has some decent heat. Everyone go check out actually my recent dunk video if you haven't seen it. This is actually 20% recycled material, this dunk, and it's really light. But I just put up a video on this, so if you guys missed it, look how cool this is. Let me show you up close. It's actually kind of got the space hippie effect, and it has toasty on the inside. This is like the perfect silhouette for the wintertime. It actually has like this nice fuzzy material in it. It's really cool. Was she doing the mannequin challenge? Oh man, that would be really funny actually to do a mannequin challenge live, but I think you guys would all drop off because you would think that we were actually frozen, even though we're not frozen. You're already subscribed, Shade. Well, thanks, Butchering Kicks 84. Glad to have you as a member. You were asleep, Highness. I know. I posted this at like, God, you guys know, late nights with Shade. I can post videos at 3 a.m. It's pretty crazy. What's up, DNA Show? It's good to see you in here. Yeah, there's Kay right there, actually. She's in the chat with you guys. She's going to be hopping back in. But what's up, DNA Show? It's good to have you in here. I haven't seen you at any of the SneakerCon events lately. Are you going to be in Fort Lauderdale? It's been a minute since I've seen you in person. I can't even remember the last time I saw you. It wasn't in Texas, was it? Because that would have been a long time ago. You just thought Kay was really into the conversation. I know. When we're frozen, it actually looks like we're being really attentive, but that's actually just Wi-Fi being a little slow. So we're going to get her back in here in a minute, but definitely go and check this dunk out, this video where I styled it if you haven't already. But I think Nike's doing a great job with these dunks. They're super light, by the way. It's crazy. I don't know how they made these so light, but pretty obsessed with it. All right, she's back. Okay, they thought you were just being super attentive there.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to my computer. It just said, can't connect to this network anymore. And I said, okay, that's fine.
It was tired, you know, had to take a little breather or something.
So I apologize. I'm on my phone, people, but I know you all still love me. It's fine.
They just thought you were really intentfully intrigued by the things that I had to say, actually. So
correct.
You know, that's exactly what it was. Or they thought we were playing mannequin. Oh, wait, we're both frozen now. Oh, there we go. Sorry, guys.
Okay,
frozen there for a second.
Hey,
we are back. What do you got there?
Someone mentioned Forum 84s. So I want to show something.
Oh, wait, I've seen these, actually, pictures of it, but I've not seen it in hand.
Yeah.
Ooh, I love those, Kay.
So
Oops. You're breaking up just a little bit, Kay. There we go. It's a good looking sneaker.
Can you see this?
Mm-hmm.
So, born and raised in Kansas.
Kind of, you know, that's the same exact colors. I'm like feeling kind of lame here because I just have the Forum lows and they're just so basic compared to those. I gotta mix it up. But yeah, I love the Forum highs. I was just talking about the Pradas that are about to come out. I just wish that it was going to break the bank to buy them, but whew,
right.
Those look fire. Everybody
I'm going to try to join. Now my is come back in. So give me 1 second. No,
okay. Okay. Let's see. All right. Okay. Let's add you back in.
All right. There we go. Technology is hard.
Technology fails us, everybody. That's the problem sometimes. You can be so prepared, and unfortunately, technology just crashes on us when we need it the most. You were able to snag those, John. E. Williams got a pair of those. Okay, E. Williams, you and Kay can match. You're going to have to send her a video when you do a fit check.
Yeah, so what I was trying to say is I'm a two-time alumna from Kansas, so it was a sneaker
Okay.
that I had to have. And it was a sneaker that I'm so excited that I got in my collection this year.
I love it. Well, we will be awaiting that review, Kay.
Coming soon.
Coming soon. So tell us about this sneaker group as well. Where can they watch this on your page?
Yeah, so are you talking about the Kick Squad?
Yes, the Kick Squad.
Okay, so the Kick Squad is really just a couple of my friends that I met like over time through COVID. And we just decided during COVID that we would start going live on each other's channels. So everybody minus two of the members of the Kick Squad actually have YouTube channels. So we have My Kick Stick, we have Jumpman Eric, we got a Fresh Culture, then we have Swagoo, Amier, who are on
We got the crew
Instagram.
in here actually tonight. I love
And then
it.
we got I don't want to forget D Reed's Heat because she's the other female
D
that is in the
Reeds.
Kick Squad.
All right.
Yeah,
I owe
yeah.
D Reeds a shout. D Reeds is a member of mine on my channel. I love D
I
Reeds.
love
She's
it.
been such a huge supporter since the beginning. I know she hooks you up with kicks too. She's like the door
Well,
that we gotta like walk through these days. I'm like, dang girl, you get everything early now.
she does. She does. And then I'm hoping I don't want to forget everyone. So D Got Juices also has a YouTube channel as well. And we honestly, like I said, in the pandemic, we just learned to get to know each other as friends. It started with sneakers and we go live on each other's channel all the time. So we'll do like live cops or I did the top 10. I actually did our top 10 together as a Kick Squad. So a lot of people on YouTube did their top 10 videos and we actually just went live
Okay.
because we really wanted to just engage with other people. And each and every time we showed our number 9, number 8, number 7, we actually had people comment what their top shoe was. And
Yeah. It's the best way to do
so
it
for us
so your community
engaging
can
with
do it.
people,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it was more about engaging with people than it was, just showing a video.
It's the way to do it. We got Kari in the house. What's up, Sneaker Fetish? Good to see you popping in here.
What
Yeah, we
up?
got her whole crew in here. So definitely everyone, if you want to go catch them live, they do lives. I don't know if you have a specific day of the week that you do your lives together, but yeah,
Every
go and
day.
follow the crew
Just follow all of us.
every day. Never mind. You got to just have those notifications turned on.
Yes.
I think either your mom or sis in here is like, Kay ain't doing the stanky leg.
I
I don't
sure
think they're
ain't.
going to let you down on that. They're trying to get to 100 likes right now, Kay, so you can do one dance for them. Okay, she may not do the stanky leg, but maybe if we get to 100 likes, she'll do a dance. Just may not be that one.
Maybe. Maybe. Maybe.
She needs to warm up, everyone. We got to
Yeah.
get Kay warmed up, Because last time I didn't warm up, I had like a neck injury for,
Oh,
3 months
gosh.
from TikTok. So that's why I stopped
Oh, my
dancing,
God.
Kay. Got to
Oh,
stretch it
man.
out, really, really got to get loose these days. As you get older, things just get a little bit tighter.
Yeah.
And when you try and just hop into a dance like the stanky leg, you just might pull a hamstring.
Correct. And you will. And you will.
Exactly. You don't want that to happen at all. But
No.
yeah, so definitely check out Kay's top 10 as well, everyone. So she went through that. I love the Kentucky collab that they did on the forum. So I think forums literally are making waves. I feel like Adidas has really been pushing hard on the forums, and I think that we're going to see some really creative forums this year. I know a lot of my girlfriends, like this is their go-to silhouette right now is the forum low. This
Yeah, I
is
love 'em.
just and they're cranking out really good colors. And surprisingly, like I was doing a shoot like 2 months ago, and I remember the stylist was asking me like, Marissa, do you know where these forest green forums are? How can I get them? And I couldn't find them anywhere except for StockX. I'm like, girl, these are going for $500. I'm sorry.
Ooh.
I was like,
Yeah,
you're gonna
not
have
in
to
this
wait.
lifetime.
Exactly. I'm like, you're gonna have to wait for another colorway to come back around because $500 for a general release in the green. Like the green is nice, don't get me wrong, but I don't
Right.
know if you're dropping $500 for a basic forum. I don't know if you can do
Yeah,
that.
no, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Might as well just wait for the Pradas at that point to release and just buy an actual, the luxury designer collab. But this is definitely a super popular silhouette, and I think that Adidas's team is just really getting really creative on how they can do collaborations with this. So I'm excited to see what they're going to be pumping out this
Right.
year.
Me
And
too. Yeah, I think I'm checking for some other brands. Like I said, I'm going to branch out. I'm going to start looking more at just Adidas and not just Yeezys, as well as the New Balance. I just ordered my Saucony food fight, so those are coming
Okay.
in.
Saucony's slept on brand, everybody. They do an impeccable job on their packaging. I'm kind of bummed because I wish I would have done more Saucony's last year, but they really had a slow release calendar. They didn't actually release that much last year. So I feel like a lot of brands that we didn't see a lot of last year are going to pilot this year. So I'm fingers crossed, hoping that we don't get overwhelmed in the sneaker community. I feel like all of us are like, oh my God, what's going on? Like every brand's dropping something. Like I don't even know what to talk about anymore. There's just so much happening. But Saucony is definitely one of those brands that they're really creative when they come out with collaborations. Actually, Kari, if you're still in here, Kari showed a really, really cool Saucony, and I actually saw it at Complex Con. It was really cool. It was all around a school environment. They made it look like an actual classroom setting. They had desks, and they were giving out erasers and pencils, and they even had the lockers with the kicks in it. It was just like, they're really good with the details. Really cool. But Saucony really is definitely one of those brands that, when they drop something, it's always fire. Really is.
Yeah, and it's good. It's really good quality too. I think that's what some people have to realize about other brands. You know, when you get as big as like Nike, which I'm not knocking Nike, but they pump out so many sneakers every single day that sometimes there's inconsistencies in the quality. And I find with our smaller brands, you know, they take a little bit more time and they may not release as many sneakers each year. And
okay, you got to get some New Balance UK and New Balance USA. You cannot beat that quality. There is no way you can beat the quality of a made in USA or made in UK. I mean, it is on another level. And I say this every time I talk about any collabs they're done. There is just something about the factories that they use and the materials that they use. They really, I mean, it's a higher price point, but you're really getting a shoe that's going to last you a while, you know? And unfortunately with Nike, it's like the luck of the draw, right? We open the box. I'm like, damn, I got glue stains on this one. The dye is bleeding into the white leather. I can't even get this off. But just, like these are some made in UK, made in USA versions of the New Balance. I mean, just the materials on these are on another level, you know? So I definitely have to give it to New Balance for just doing an impeccable job on the quality of materials that they use on their sneakers. And I wear these to the ground, and it takes so much wear and tear for me to really destroy these. But, you know, with my Nikes, sometimes I destroy them, you know, in a few weeks sometimes. Like, really?
Especially the creasing. Like, the creasing on a Nike is, like, way different than the creasing on, like, a New Balance.
Can you imagine? You know, like, look at that. Like, what am I going to do to beat this up, right? I could throw this off of a building and be like, did it crease? Nothing.
Literally, humble brag.
Humble brag on that one, exactly. They are, and that's the thing. Like somebody said that they're massively consistent, Letitia. You already know. I know she got the Salehi Bembries. They're consistent, and that's the problem I find with Nike, unfortunately, is the inconsistency. Sometimes it's like you have to wonder who's doing the quality control on these. Like, who let this slide? That's why I tell people, too, if you win raffles in store, don't just walk out of the store. Always open your box, because I have gotten some sneakers where I'm just like the Lightning 4s, prime example. I looked before I walked out of the store. There was dye all over the yellow, everywhere. I'm like, how did you not open the box and check? This is not even a sneaker you can sell. I mean, it's like you can't get that dye out of yellow. You know, can you imagine trying to clean that off? There's nothing you can do. But, you know, if I had left and realized that at home, like, there's no way they would have taken that back. I'm like, sorry. Should have checked before you walked out of the building. But it's just, it's the name of the game.
The fact that they would even sell it, like, that's the thing to me, is like, why not damage it out? Like, you know what I mean? Like, there has to be some sort of process, but they don't do that.
It's almost like, you remember the whole Carmines, the Carmine 6s, like when those came out and the pink was an issue. And it's just like, how does that happen? Like, how did those even make it to the store, right? Who let those slide? Yeah. They probably were like, oh, I think this is actually part of the coloring. I think it's supposed to be a hint of pink in the leather. No, but us, you know, us sneakerheads are like, no.
Not a chance in hell. Like, not a chance in hell.
Not a chance in hell. Dunks are victims of inconsistency. I have to agree. I think that a lot of dunks I got last year, highly disappointed. You know, like I had some dunks that just, the leather, the Sting Water is probably the worst dunk that I got last year because of the side panels. I mean, the leather was so rippled. And
Weird.
I don't even know how it got that ripple, to be honest with you, because even having like a wider foot wouldn't cause it to ripple like that, which leads me to believe just how they manufacture it. I think, you know, they really just messed up on a lot of those dunks, unfortunately. But again, it's not like we can really trade it in for a different pair. I would love to just be able to call Nike up and be like, hey guys, so this one doesn't look as great as I thought it was going to in person. Is there any way that I could swap out another size? They would laugh at you, right?
No, I would literally be like on White Chicks where they're like, I am going to have a fit. I got these sneakers in and there was glue stain all over them.
I know. Can you imagine? Like handwritten letter and everything.
Correct.
Be like,
well, maybe
XOXO.
Go on Twitter.
We
should go on Twitter and complain, and maybe we'll get some free shoes. I don't know.
Well, I mean, you know, I don't know if it was a stunt or advertising stunt, but did you see what they did for a girl? I guess she was like talking trash about the Sneakers app in their message box, and she was like, this was the worst experience I've ever had, and I've never actually tried to go after a sneaker before in my life. And so they actually sent her a pair of like Air Jordan 1s. I think it was the bubble gums, because she wanted the bubble gums and couldn't get them, so they sent them to her. And they showed like the inbox message. Like, man, so that's what we got to do?
Yeah, a hot mess. Like, I'm over here buying like thousands of dollars worth of sneakers, and I complain every single day. Every time I take an L on the sneakers app, I complain. And I haven't gotten any free sneakers.
Letitia got me cracking up. If New Balance was a person, you would be married. I'm dead. What do we think of the Valentine's Day? She's like, I'm telling you, Letitia is a diehard New Balance fan. So if you post any New Balance, you better believe Letitia's going to head on over to your channel to check it out. She is a diehard New Balance fan. What do you ladies think about the Dunk Low Valentine's Day coming out this year? Let's take a look at these. Valentine's Day Dunk. Show them to everybody. There's a lot of sneakers, you know, that I've seen on the calendar that I'm not too stoked about. I'm hoping that, you know, a lot of things that have been leaked are not the only ones. These are the ones. All right. My Wi-Fi is really slow when I'm opening up Safari, but I'll be able to show these on here. Oh, here we go. These are very fuchsia pink, girl.
Ooh. Are they like shocking pink 14 pink?
Kinda, yeah. They're kinda, it's called the Dunk in Love. But these are shockingly pink, for sure. They are definitely,
let's see.
They are definitely way more pink than I imagined. I thought it was going to be a little bit more subtle, but, come on, Safari.
Yeah, it really look like I'm going to be saving money on a lot of Jordans this year because I wasn't really.
The calendar's pretty sad. It wasn't what I was expecting to see, unfortunately. But maybe, you know what happens though is they release that calendar and then all of a sudden we start getting, you know, images that are leaked and you're like, why wasn't this on the calendar?
Yep, collabs and things like that.
All right, let me just pull this over so we can see on the screen.
Oh, that's an absolutely no for me.
Come on.
That's a whole no.
Come on, Safari. Let me scroll down. Stop thinking so I can show the photo. Oh, you're so slow. See, Kate, we were just talking about Wi-Fi, and here I am. Like, I can't even get it right. But yeah, like, this is, I don't know. Like, this is just not, look at the lace, Kay, on the the swoosh.
Oh, no, man.
Right? Like, what do you think about that?
Disgusting. We don't like it. They could keep it. Don't shrink it and pink it. Keep it.
What do they do with this dunk? My God. Anybody going for these? Like, who likes these? Anyone going for
somebody
these?
Somebody said pass. pass. What in the reject Valentine's Day?
Yeah, like what?
Yeah.
I mean, for instance,
they could have
like,
just left the
you did
alone.
such a good job with these, at least, you know, like she just kept it all fuchsia and subtle. Like she didn't put ribbon on it. She didn't put weird materials. This is the thing I always say with women sometimes, because they're always asking our opinion, Kay. And I feel like sometimes they just think that we need some girly material. So you have the shockingly pinks there. See, at least there's no lace on these. See, these are two different variations of pink used differently.
Yeah.
But I think this is going to be a hard pass on those dunks, though. I don't know a lot of girls that are even going to want this, or even what guy is going to wear this? Any guys out there
No
in the
one.
chat right now that would rock these? Anyone? Pepto Kicks. We got to change the name. Somebody write Nike now. We got a new name for this dunk coming out. We're calling it the Pepto Kicks.
Word on the street. Word on the street.
I mean, people are saying it's probably going to sell out.
Honestly, I think that if they would have left the swoosh just like a regular swoosh, and
It would have
then
been
if
so
they
much
would have added
better.
like a little bit of white, or like something to like differentiate the colors, like it would have been a little bit better. But I'm not
I
really
mean,
into
even
it.
if they would have just left the swoosh alone, I would have been
Correct.
okay with that. Like, I'm not crazy about the two color combinations that they use there, but if they would have just left the swoosh alone, what are they doing to that poor swoosh? Oh,
Yeah.
that
It
swoosh is
also doesn't give
crying.
me Valentine's Day. Like Valentine's Day to me is like red and pink, a little bit of pink and white.
Yeah, like the strange loves. How do you go from the strange loves to this?
Yeah, they're probably like that
Man.
looks like N7. Like you remember the N7 dunks where they had like the materials, which those were nice, but I just feel like they just dyed the
Someone
N7s
saying,
and
catch me wearing these on V-Day. Just these. Oh, Lord. Oh,
oh
man.
Lord. Somebody
You're
said
not
garter dunk.
you're not copping any girls with these. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
I don't know if the
No, no,
ladies are
no.
going to be running. Oh, yes, it's like a garter. I was trying to figure out what this reminded me of. I'm like, what is it? And
I
it's
don't
a
like it.
garter. They put a garter around the swoosh mark on these.
I'm good. Keep it.
Yeah,
Keep
I
it.
think, and it is sad because these will probably sell out, which is crazy.
Correct.
C'est la vie.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
good on those.
it's not selling out because of any of us. That's for sure.
I mean, let's be honest. It's not even like I'm gonna even have a chance on hitting on these. So it is what it is.
Right?
It
Garter
is what it
Pepto Dunks.
is.
Yes, they are the Garter Pepto Dunks. We've got some great names coming in here. But yeah, that was fringe on the swoosh for sure, Jumpman Eric. Yeah.
Y'all are
That's
ruthless. You are ruthless.
I mean, it's going to be an interesting year. I feel like they've been holding back on a lot of sneakers, but maybe that was one that they weren't sure they should release last year. I don't know whose idea was to add that garter to that swoosh mark, but whew.
It wasn't mine. It wasn't mine.
Somebody's like, my wife would kill me if I came home with them.
Ugly ass shoes. Yeah, that's swaggy. He's in a kick spot.
With fishnet stockings, I don't even know, Letitia. I guess you could rock those with fishnet stockings and a garter to match. Oh. See, I don't even think a guy would be attracted to that. They'd probably be like, "Where'd you get those shoes, babe?"
Right? They be like,
Give me a side
yeah,
eye.
those are just bad. So I just feel like this year is going to be really interesting. My hope is that brands like New Balance, Saucony, Asics, can have their moment, because I do think that like the Jordan brand and Nike tends to overshadow, and even Yeezy, right? They tend to overshadow a lot of the other brands. And I know you reviewed some K Swiss, so like maybe they'll come out with something as well. That's what I'm looking forward to in 2022.
Yeah, I think the smaller companies are just trying to find their own path because obviously Nike is going to continuously dominate that community because of the marketing that they've got, backing it with the funding. But I think that New Balance is a prime example of a company that just really creatively took really smart decisions in who they wanted to collab with. And maybe it wasn't a huge name, but it was just a really solid storyline and a really good shoe with a really good look. Even the Stray Rats, like
Right.
I honestly wasn't a huge fan of the Stray Rats before, but then I saw, the sneaker that came out with New Balance, and I was just like, wow, that's a good looking sneaker. I got to have that in the collection. Yeah. And then I read about them, and then it made me like the sneaker even more. And I think,
Right.
they're just bringing these really niche communities into the sneaker game. Maybe people who were following them for their clothing brands that they launch. And then it's now adapting them into the sneaker realm like us, but they're giving us just something new, and it's a variety, it's refreshing. And I think when you saturate the market, we are just looking for something, new. And I am interested to see what K-Swiss is bringing. I think they, were trying to do some creative collabs last year, and I did like the Girl Scout cookie collaboration. I think that was really cute, and I was a Girl Scout growing up, so I kind of identified with that shoe. But it's hard to have like consistently just good back-to-back collabs. It really is.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And there's just like a lot. I mean, us as sneakerheads, there's a lot that we still choose from, right? Because again, I don't
Mm-hmm.
go for every single sneaker. So it's like you look at all these release calendars and then you get surprised because they sneak one in, or, Saucony bubbles up with something like the food fight, because that wasn't a sneaker that people knew about. It just was like,
No.
boom, here it is, grab it up, type of deal.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
the
Saucony's very
storyline to
limited
it
on
for me
their
too.
releases too, so you really have
Yeah.
to be in the know when they're dropping, because next thing you know, you're like, wait, this dropped? When did this drop? You're like, well, it's too
Right.
late.
And find yourself having to reach back. So, I think that's kind of the hard part too, is because I do have to prioritize, the sneakers that I try and get at this point, because nothing's guaranteed anymore. But I have been fortunate enough to be able to hit on a lot of exclusive access with the Finish Line. So a lot of the sneakers that
Okay.
I have been wanting, like, so I ended up
I
getting,
can't hit on Finish
Pat
Line to
Gregg.
save my life. Rub some of that luck off on me,
Really?
Kay. I need some Finish Line love.
Yeah, 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 you definitely do, because it is helpful. It comes in handy, and you really get to know the store, because every single time you hit on an exclusive access, you have to go to the same store. So you start to build a really great relationship and camaraderie with the store. And so they look forward to having you in, obviously if there's anything, quote unquote sitting, they know your size. Like, hey, like, I noticed do you have this 9? Cause I'm a 9 and men's 10.5 women.
Oh, it's like,
So a lot
wait,
of
Kay,
times,
we're the same size. Now you're a 9 in men.
no, I'm a 9 in men's, but so I really like that about the bot free access, because you do get to build relationships with stores,
This
which
is
is great.
true. This is what I tell everybody, especially if you're in a populated area with these stores. Go to the stores, do in-store raffles when you can too, because when you gain that relationship, they'll look out for you sometimes. So that is
Right.
the name of the game. Asics or Saucony. I totally forgot about Asics, and Asics is another brand that does impeccable collaborations as well. I think they didn't have as many seekers that I was going after last year, but I did love my Sean Wotherspoons. I think that was one of my most complimented shoes. But I actually snagged a pair of the Kiss 10th anniversary sneaker, and I think they just did such a great job on this. The colorway on this is dope. I haven't put up my video on this. Oh, and you got the ice cream. So I have these too, Kay. I love those. How nice is the quality on those? Is it not insane?
These are amazing. I actually got a 9.5, which I probably could have done a 9 because of the materials. But I love this shoe.
It's
This shoe is
beautiful.
everything to me.
Bringing me back to the summer when I shot those at an ice cream place in the summer when it was warm. I want to go
These are
back to those
beautiful,
days. They did such a
and
great
they're
job with the
comfortable.
packaging. They are so comfy.
Yeah, they're definitely comfortable. Like, I
What's under the
Yeah, and
Supreme
again,
logo?
that's the hard part when you have shoes and you got to prioritize. You can't go for everything, but there's certain things that I like to have in my collection, and this was one.
Someone's asking, what's under the Supreme clock? These are my new dunks that I just did an unboxing on. So definitely go back, watch that. But I'm going to do also a video on these Asics that just have, how things go. Okay, sometimes we get backed up and
Yeah,
we can't magically just snap our fingers and pop up a video. I
I
wish it
got
was
like
that easy,
four
right?
shoes. Yeah, got like 4 shoes that I still need to. You mentioned another shoe, and I couldn't remember.
Fresh Culture says that you convinced him on the nice creams. They're so
I did.
fire. They really are. They
Yeah,
really,
these
really
are amazing.
are.
Like, look at the. We talked about box, right?
Oh,
So
the box. I had the ice cream scooper in mine. I mean, this is another favorite ASIC that I have, and this is the Sean Wotherspoons, and they have patches, so you can actually switch out the tiger stripe on these and change the colors on them. You can add patches to the sides.
humble
I think
flex.
just humble flex, yeah. Well, people laugh too because both of these are different colors, so people think I actually walked out of my house wearing the wrong shoe. I was just like,
Uh-oh.
no, like this is the way they were designed. I know. I look
Yeah.
like I was just irresponsible today, and I can't figure out which shoes match which, but these actually were meant to look this way.
I love
But
it.
yeah, they did a great job, on the collabs that they did last year. Again, Asics doesn't do as many collabs, but I think it's just refreshing to see a new brand out there. Really is.
Yeah.
Diodora.
agree.
Diodora is a good one. I don't really buy Diodoras, but I've heard great things about them.
Yeah, me too. I don't have any. I don't think I've ever had any, but from what I see on people, again, it's your preference, right? At the end of the day, like if someone likes Diodora, like I can respect that and the way that they wear them and how they style them, like do your thing. Like, don't let
Mm-hmm.
me, persuade you to not buy them anymore because that's not something that I have in my collection. So I respect that.
Yeah, and K-Swiss too is really known for tennis shoes, and that's for people who play tennis. So who am I to knock somebody on tennis shoes when they're saying those are the best tennis shoes that you can possibly buy? I
Right.
believe them, and even for K-Swiss, for me, I had a big moment buying K-Swiss because it was the only shoe I could afford when I was in high school. So I was always rocking K-Swiss and Superstars just because they were the most affordable, most attainable sneaker that I could own. I
Yeah.
dreamed of owning Jordans, but that just wasn't a reality until, I was a little older in life and I could actually spend my own money and not my parents' money. What's
Yeah.
Kay's shoe of 2021? Daniel Martin's asking. What's your number one pick
I'll show
for
you.
last year, Kay?
I'll show you. You're gonna have to put
Solomon's.
all my sneakers back.
All right. Well, we're almost to 2 more likes, Kay, and you're gonna be up here dancing, I guess. 100 likes. We almost hit that. Okay, some threes. Really?
Yeah, it was my first three.
I did a review on these, and it was like
Yeah,
those
they're
released in
amazing.
February, I think, right? Pretty much early
Girl,
part of the
something like
year.
that.
Because that was one of my
Something
first
like
sneakers I think I copped last year, which is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, these are amazing. This was my first
Oh
three. I used
man,
to talk
Kay,
bad about threes.
we got 103 likes, Kay. What's the move you're
Okay,
going to
hold
give
on.
us? All right, everybody.
I'm
We got
gonna give you-
103 likes. Kay's going to do a dance move for us. I don't know what it's going to be. Here we
with
go.
no music because we don't want YouTube to demonetize the
Wait.
video.
I'm about to find some art list here.
Okay, can y'all see me?
My
Because
world's
I'm gonna
improved.
do my signature.
Okay,
my
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay. I'm like, I can't do it without music, but just my little stanky leg.
Oh, the stanky leg. Yeah. Kay is the best at this move, everyone. I have yet to see somebody to compete. Literally. Oh, hey.
Now,
For 100 likes. You got to go follow her now. You got to go follow her, everybody. She just gave us a stanky leg. I can't even compete. I'm not even going to try. I'm going to hurt myself. That'd be Marissa, shade out for the count on the injured reserve list. Tried to follow Kay's footsteps. hurt my neck or something.
Right. Okay, so Marissa.
What's the number one? I'm excited.
Or
wait, you already showed me number one.
Yeah, I have to show you something else.
We have another top favorite.
No, this is my humble flex, right? So you have your humble brags, your humble flex situation.
Humble brag moment for Kay. Okay, patent breads. Yeah.
2 per.
Woo, 2 pairs. 2 pairs.
2 pairs.
They are beautiful.
Yeah. I just got them in today.
I love them. I'm obsessed. Listen, it was raining out today though, so I had this moment.
Yeah.
I'm like, do I do it? No. How's it smell?
Like sneakers.
I actually just dropped off a pair. I got a pair for my girlfriend, so I made her
Nice.
year 2022, but I'm obsessed with them. This is actually a sneaker that I just got in today. I don't know if you've seen these. They came in 3 different colorways, these dunks.
Ooh, yeah. Black,
I wasn't
white,
sure
and
how I
pink.
felt about it, but I feel like this was my favorite colorway of the 3. It's different, right?
Yeah.
I gotta wear this on foot. It's literally, it almost looks nude, like a nude pink. But in different lighting, it almost looks like it's brown, which is weird.
Yeah. I think it's because of the cheetah print or whatever you call it.
Yeah, the cheetah print kind of makes it almost like it's more tan, but it's definitely got a hint of pink in there.
Yeah. I really wanted those New Year's Eve. I know that's not what they were calling them, but the New Year's Eve dunks. I think you wore them.
Oh, the Golden Gals.
Yeah,
I don't know why they
really
call them
wanted
the Golden
those.
Gals because they give you gold laces, but I'm just... Oh, yeah. I have them right here. These ones.
Weird. Yeah, I
You
really
want to
wanted
see something
those.
crazy? So look at the material there. That is the same material as the Golden Gals. That silver.
Yep,
It's
yep,
exactly the same.
yep.
So I think what they did with this dunk is I think they took materials from previous silhouettes and they put it on the swoosh.
I think that's cool. I think it's
Yeah.
cool.
So that's what I was trying to figure out because I was looking at this and I'm like, wow, that looks just like the Golden Gals material. It
Hey,
really
so wavy.
does.
Thanks for coming through, sis.
Got nothing
I'm
but
sorry,
L's in
I've
the
been neglected.
pants.
Everybody in the chat, I apologize, y'all. I've been neglecting y'all. I've been so
It's
excited to be on
okay.
ShadeTV.
I know. We're excited to have you, Kay. My goodness. It's crazy because I wasn't even doing lives my first year and people were, pushing me to do lives, but I just wanted to wait till I actually was ready. I had the right equipment. I didn't even have my mic yet, so I had to really prep and get ready for it. Everyone really thinks that I think, we just put on a show and we're ready to go, but no, there's a lot of back end work that goes behind the scenes. I promise you all. But
Right.
yeah, I finally have the equipment set up, so I'm excited to do more lives this year. So we're definitely gonna have you on again, Kay, at some point.
Absolutely.
We'll definitely have a sneaker connection at some point in the future on another Women's Wednesday. But I think that this is just,
Yes.
a way for us to amplify our voices together. For those of you, again, who just jumped in here, we got Kay, aka Kicks4Fresh, in the house. And we're just empowering women to really join us in adding more females to the YouTube space. Kay and I are one of the few ladies out here holding it down, and I get it. It is hard to do a YouTube channel. I don't want to sugarcoat it. I know that you could probably speak to this, right, Kay? How hard is it to create content on YouTube compared to,
Very
say,
hard.
any other platform? You're not posting a
Very hard. I
photo.
mean, you got to really bring it because people want to be entertained. I continue to say this, no matter how much you love somebody, if I'm boring you, I know you ain't got to watch my video, right? So I try to bring my true self, my true personality in each and every video. That's what you're going to get. You are never going to get, hi, this is K Fresh, and I'm gonna be, doing this sneaker. It's a fire sneaker. It's dope. You're gonna be like, what is up, y'all? This is your girl Kicks4Fresh, back at it again with another vlog, right?
Bringing
So
that energy and that stanky
bring
leg.
the energy and a stanky leg and a stanky leg. Oh, what's up, DNA Show? I love DNA Show. He's really dope. I got a chance to have him on my live before. He's really dope.
DNA is great. I was just telling him. I know you said you may be coming. You've been hiding out in Portland. What's up, DNA? Come out of that rabbit hole. Let's go. We got to see you at another SneakerCon. Come to Florida. You probably are
Yes.
missing the sunlight. I know what it's like to be in the Pacific Northwest. You don't see the sun as often as you'd like to.
Right, yeah. Because, sun is one of those things where it just really boosts your mood, you know what I'm saying? And so and especially me, I do all my filming downstairs in the basement. There are no windows. So I really have to boost my
Oh, you don't have any
energy, my
windows.
motivation. Yeah, because
That's
I can be
hard.
down here and do 3-4 videos all at once with no sunlight. So just about
Girl,
the
you brought the
dedication.
sunlight to that room. You are the sun.
I am the sun.
You are the sun in that room. You're lighting that whole space up, Kay.
This is a
Beaming over
thumbnail.
there.
There you go.
Exactly. That's great. That's a great clickbait photo. We know what that's about. Just do some crazy pose, and people are like, "Ooh, what's this?"
Yes, yes.
She looks great. But yeah, any of you ladies who need any advice, feel free to hit me or Kay up. I mean, I'm always trying to help people on the DL behind the scenes. I know that a lot of you maybe don't want to speak up and chat, and I get it. It can be nerve-wracking to even just type a message up here. But, I know a lot of you are thinking in the back of your mind, should I start a channel? And my answer to you is yes. You just have to take action. You just have to start it. That's the biggest thing. I know I was fearful of starting a channel. I was making excuses, which I think is a pretty common mistake for all of us. It's like, okay, we're fighting with fear because we think that people will hate our content, but you'll never know unless you try. And that's my biggest, I think, advice that I can give any women out there. I know that it can seem overwhelming because there's so many males in this space, but the males, I love you all. You are my support system, and I appreciate everyone that's ever shouted me out, that's ever even came into my chat. I know that you have a great, male base as well, Kay. You've got them all in here supporting you, and it just really helps us have that confidence to keep creating content in this space, but it also makes us feel like we're welcome, like we have a seat at the table. And I want other women to know that you can be a part of this community too, and even though it's difficult, it is worth the payout in the end. And I can't wait to see where your channel is going to be at the end of this year, Kay. I'm going to rewind this.
My goal
We're going to replay this.
Like
what's your goal?
My goal 10K. Is 10K.
10K,
so
we got to get K to 10K. You can do this.
I'm going to put 10K. I'm at 11K on my Instagram. So I got to be at 10. Not got to be, but I hope to be at 10K. And one of the things I always say about my channel too, especially when I do my how to styles, is sometimes they're gender neutral, right? And so I know I have a lot of men that watch my content, and something that I might have on, or one of 3 of my outfits, might be something that men or women can wear, right? Or people who, don't identify with a certain gender. So I want to be super intentional about the content that I make and really try to meet the needs of all of my viewers, right? So that is something that I'm really, really trying to do. And I got a lot of supporters behind me. And, a lot of these people have turned to be friends of mine, right? So it's not even just like fans. They turn into your friends, people that you can look to get really great constructive feedback from. Like anytime someone gives me good, bad, and the ugly, like I take that and I use that to become better, right? So I'm just very thankful to be in this space tonight. Very thankful for all 59 of you all that are in here. And, just keep on loving each other, keep on supporting each other. Because at the end of the day, we are all we got. The sneaker community is small. We all we got.
This is what I always say, too. The sneaker community is so small. So, it's defeats the purpose to talk about other people in the space, because it always comes back around to us. And I always say this, especially for females, I think that we should all be supporting each other, because there's so few of us. There's no reason to hate on each other, to be competitive with one another, when we're all trying to do the same thing. And, it's so much more impactful when brands see us together, united. And I feel like there is this, I think, analogy when women come into this, and it's, we need to be the only one. There's no room for anyone else. And the thing that's so great about YouTube is there's so many eyeballs. And there's just so much space for all of us to just have our own creative content, our own creative outlet. So even if you are like, well, I don't know what I should do with my channel if I get started, because I feel like everybody's doing something, you'll find something that differentiates you from the rest of the crowd, and that's going to make you stand out. And I always say, just stay unique to yourself. Don't try to be like anybody else that's out there who's already doing it a certain way. Just go your own way, and people will love you for that.
Yeah, you just got to do you. And like you said earlier, if anybody is wanting to start a channel, like just start it. Like your first video, I'm going to tell you this right now. Your first video is going to be trash, right? Like, because you're going to learn.
Listen,
you're going to,
and don't take that first video down, because people love seeing where you started from. I mean, it's pretty funny. Yeah. I was jumping on a bed. So I'm not even going to lie. I was jumping on a bed in Yeezys, which I don't think that there's a disclaimer that you shouldn't jump on a bed in Yeezys, but there's no support. So I probably could have twisted my ankle, which I almost did on that bed, but none of you saw that. So
I gotta go.
I really knew what I was doing. Don't go watch that video. I'm sorry.
That's probably what turned me to be like into like a shade, part of the shade gang. Because I was like, look at her, like she's unapologetically her. She's jumping on a bed in Yeezys. Like, who does that? Like, and I was all for it. That's how I feel.
Oh man, I would get so excited to make videos. I would jump out of the shower, Kay, without even drying my hair. And some of my subscribers actually told me that's the reason they followed me, because they could see how in love I was with going and talking about products as soon as they would release. And that was just me being me, and people love that. They love you being just genuine. So thank you again, Kay, for being on this live this evening for our first ever Women's Wednesday. For any of you new ladies that hopped in and followed the channel, I really appreciate your support. Head on over, follow Kay at Kicks4Fresh as well. She's got some amazing content on YouTube as well as Instagram. She does the most amazing dancing reels. We're going to have to do a duo reel at some point, Kay. I don't know what, but I'm going to work on my dance moves. I'm going to warm up though first. So I'll do some behind the scenes of Marissa stretching in the backdrop. It's like, what's Shade doing over there? I'm like, oh, I'm so old. I got heating packs all over my body. Taking my ibuprofen over here.
You're modeling. You're modeling in the back. You do the modeling. Oh, yeah. I do the dance moves. And there we go.
There we go. There we go.
Match made in heaven.
Right? Match made in heaven. Exactly. I'll do my little runway walk, okay? While you dance.
Yes.
Great partnership right there. Right? Thanks again, everybody who tuned in to join us. Be sure to hit that subscribe and like button as well if you haven't already. Kay gave us the best dance ever this evening, so go practice your stanky leg. If you haven't seen it or missed it, go back and check this video out. Please be kind and rewind, as we always say. But hoping everybody has the most amazing start to their 2022. I know we are sending good vibes to Kay that she hits 10K this year, and I know you're going to do it. I'm going to replay this video, by the way, at the end of this year, so I can say, hey, Kay, I put that in the air that you're going to hit 10K, and I know that you can do this. But just keep pushing, girl. You're doing an impeccable job. But again, everybody, thanks for tuning in this live stream. I'm going to have that Puma video up, you know me, late nights with Shade, maybe 3 a.m. You like that wink, everyone? Hint, hint. Shade never sleeps. I love editing till the wee hours of the evening because it's just, you know, what I enjoy so much is creating amazing content for all of you. But again, Kay, it's been a pleasure. Let everybody know if there's anything I missed as well where they can follow you. I know you're on Instagram and YouTube, but if you're on any other platforms, let them know.
I am also on Twitter, and I will say this, I am only on Twitter because Sneaker Fetish has sample size, and you were on sample size the other day, and I have to support bro. I have to support bro. I have to support sis. And me and Sneaker Fetish are from the same area, from St. Louis, so I had to have my little Twitter, so I think it's just K-Fresh. I think it's literally just K-Fresh. So you can find me on Twitter. I'm not on there as much, but I'm really pumping a lot of attention into my Instagram. Again, I just hit 11K on my Instagram, and I'm growing my YouTube. I am on my way to 3K on my YouTube. So all of it, you can find me at Kicks4Fresh or K-Fresh. Just type that in and you'll find me.
It's a little hump, Kay, but believe me, once you get over that hump, it's just going to keep going up. I know. It feels like you're not moving, but you're going to hit a point where you're like, wow, about time. And you're going to feel that moment, I think, this year. So I'm really excited for what's to come with your content. Keep pushing, keep grinding. Holding it down for the ladies. And again, everybody, really appreciate you tuning in tonight for our Women's Wednesday. We really do truly appreciate your support. And these likes let us know as well, by the way, that you enjoy the content that we're putting out. So appreciate all of you. Have an amazing night. Total deja vu moment just right now. Crazy. But see everybody later.